Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. I'm Dr. Shirlene, and I want to welcome you to Ask the Expert. This is my favorite show because these guests all come from the Facebook group that we have called the Authors and Speakers Visibility Playground. And they are all heavy hitters. And what I really love about it is we have a mastermind at 10 o'clock Pacific time every Thursday. And now it's turning into a referral group. So it's refer for fees. And if you want to be a part of this, now's the time, because you will get to come in. And if you participate in the mastermind, you will get to be in the referral group. And we all need referrals, right? That's how we make money. And almost my entire business is based on referrals. I do very little marketing or anything like that other than to just stay out there so you know I'm still around. But referrals are where it's at, because then you've got a warm lead, right? You've got a warm lead. So I will talk to you a little bit more about this later on in the show. And I have a little something to share with you that's going to be going on in July so that you can join in with us. So today, as I promised, we are going to be talking about an idea to reward your clients for working with you that you never may have thought of. And not only that, I've used this service I just used it for my grandson for graduation. Oh my gosh, he was so excited. And I used it to send a gift to one of my clients to say thank you for signing up with me for the course I was offering. And I've done so many different things with this, and I don't even know if you have thought of this. So I thought I'd bring it to your attention, and we are going to welcome our guests right after this. So hang in there for me for just a minute, and I'll be right back with you. And welcome back. And I'm so excited for today. It's going to be really fun. You know, we usually talk about some pretty serious stuff like funnels and things like that. But this time, this is a fun thing. And that's why I'm so excited. I'm going to introduce you to Jamie Shibley, because she believes the key to growing and sustaining a successful business, I can't get my words out this morning, in today's high-tech world is by nurturing strong customer relationships. And the reason I love nurturing strong customer relationships is because that's where all the referrals come from. Like I was talking to you about at the beginning of the show, when you do something really different that nobody else is doing, or very few are doing out of the millions that are in business, then your clients remember you. They not only remember you, but they refer you. And that's what you want, because then it's a warm lead. It's so much easier to work with someone that is a referral because they already heard how wonderful you are. But I digress, because you know that. So she has really thoughtful things that express your appreciation. Or in my grandson's case, he's not my client, but because we're on lockdown, I wasn't able to send anything to him for graduation, and she took care of it for me. And she also took care of birthdays for me. So it's not only just client relationships, it's lifetime relationships with everybody that surrounds you. Now, her company's called the Expressory, and she curates high quality signature gift designs to help businesses develop long-lasting customer relationships. That's exactly what we're talking about, right? And she has these fabulous experiences. And all I do is I say, hey, Jamie, I have my grandson graduating. What have you got? And she gives me ideas. She sends me pictures. And next thing you know, my grandson has it. And we sent out this cool shirt. I think I posted it on my Facebook page that was all about being in lockdown and graduating at a time like this. Pretty unique, right? And he wore it all day. It's in every picture because he had to graduate at home. And everybody sent him gifts and he had a cake. And it was really wonderful because it was still special, even though he wasn't able to go anywhere. So without further thought or ado, as they say, I want to welcome Jamie to the set. Hi, Jamie.
Hello. Hi. Oh, what a fun story. I'm so glad to be here. Thank you.
Oh, I think we're going to have fun this morning.
Yeah.
So I told them about what my experience was with my grandson. Let's talk about, because that was family. So let's talk about business and what you've heard from your clients when they send something special to their clients who sign up with them.
Well, what we typically get is kind of a wow. I wasn't expecting that response. I usually don't hear back from them. Over and over again, I get the emails from my clients sharing the response that they receive, the appreciation they receive in return for being so thoughtful. And oftentimes it's pictures of the share on social, because the recipient is so excited and so proud to have that relationship with the sender. And so they're sharing that thoughtfulness online. So it's just an overall extremely rewarding service to offer.
Yeah, and it's a lot of fun too, isn't it?
Oh, it is. It's that creative side for me, because it's very important to come up with something very meaningful. In the case of your grandson, reflecting, it was that virtual. I graduated virtually, and look what that did.
Yes, it really made a difference. And also, we sent a gift to one of my clients on Mother's Day because she was stuck at home and she has an 8-year-old little girl. And how did that work? Talk about that.
Yeah, you shared that just like the rest of us parents, it's been, it's a stressful time. It's overwhelming. We're trying to do business. We're trying to do all these things and with our children as well. And so we wanted something that would reflect your sentiments, but also be something she could share, right? And so we came up with the idea to send her the little, their seed poppers, where she and her daughter could do the activity of planting together. And it's something they get the reward of as it's growing.
And I think they had chocolate with it too, didn't
they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think my client
yes, it was a treat for the daughters, right? As well.
Yes. And so they were outside in the backyard planting the poppers and eating the chocolate. So it had a lot of meaning to the two of them. And she, as a result, went on with me at the end of the program that we had just completed. Oh. So I really think that these things make a difference.
Yeah, you saw her. You shared, who wouldn't want to continue with somebody where, holy cow, look at that relationship. You have so much trust built now.
Right. And this is different because it comes in the mail and they don't expect it. I never tell them that anything is coming. Of course, I told my grandson's mom so that she would expect it. Yeah. But, they don't expect it. And we never receive anything in the mail anymore.
Nope. I mean, that used to be the thing, right? We would talk about how much junk mail we had, and you're constantly pitching stuff, but it's opposite now. It's our digital mailboxes that are full.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
We're skimming.
Yes. And you can't do much with a digital mailbox. I mean, just sending a birthday cake digitally really has no impact at all, right? Because it does something, and it's a card and it says a little something, but it really doesn't have any meaning.
Well, you're not going to see that pinned up on my refrigerator days weeks later, right? I don't print that email and save it.
Yes.
But Physical mail, there have actually been studies by Temple University for the United States Post Office. Physical mail, something in your hand actually connects with the part of the brain that triggers emotion. So, having something show up, one, it's a surprise, and two, holy cow, you've locked yourself into those good feelings.
Yes. And what I really love is you're set up on my CRM. So when I put that these people have this, they get this program, then it automatically goes to you and you take care of it.
Yeah.
So it's a big step off of my mind, and my clients are loving it.
Well, that's so wonderful. I'm glad.
So talk to us about some ideas that people could have and what it is that you send out or you can offer so that people that are watching will have an idea of what you offer.
Yeah. Well, for us, it's very important that whatever you're giving has some kind of meaning, because having that story is where you get the longevity in the relationship. We want things that are going to be lasting, they're going to stick around, and they're going to serve as something powerful, a reminder of maybe what they're working toward with you. And then in general, you, because you gave that to them. And so one of the things we might do, we have a number of coaches, let's say we want to understand your brand and what you work on with these people, what they're working toward. And so we might pull out like a milestone, right? Growth. You're growing something. Are you growing sales? Are you growing, clientele? And then we're going to figure out a gift that serves as the motivation to get there. And so, very popular right now in sales, money trees, little bonsai trees. We actually have some clients we're working with, and they're in the landscaping service. And so their referral thank yous are things like planting a tree. It's a little tree kit. How absolutely fitting and memorable. You just gave me a tree to plant. It's doing good. I feel good about what I did, and I feel great about working with your company. If some clients come to us and they already have those packages, they're maybe sending branded notebooks, branded items, and we work on just executing that. I'm trying to think of some other fun ideas we've put together recently. The seed poppers are trending right now. Certainly the treats, right? When we thank people, let's toast to you. Thank you for what you did. We have champagne candles. So I'm not going to send you champagne, but I'm going to send you a toast in the form of a champagne candle to thank you for going above and beyond with us. Certainly celebrating people, right? How do you celebrate their achievement? And we look for stories. Maybe you're turning them into a rock star. We go with a theme like that. So.
What about my video class? If for people who sign up for my 4-month video class and they want to have a set like my background, something like that, and they want to learn how to do these videos, what would you give as a gift for those people who sign up for that?
Well, that certainly goes with the rock star theme, right? Because you're
kind of teaching me video,
right? Oh, gosh, really? Oh my God, even better. So, what about creating some sort of rock star kit? It's got sunglasses. It's got I don't know what other kind of things we could come up with to put in there, but ultimately, maybe it's pens for all the autographs you're going to sign when you are making it big, right? Another thing that's very popular with podcasters, and it sort of fits in, so hang in there with me. When you do an interview, podcasters with us will pull out a quote, something that was said during the interview, and we put it on a nice little print and we frame that and out it goes. But what about in your case, you're pulling some imagery from the videos they're being taught to create. I don't know if it's branded to them or whatever, but and it's framed to remind them of how incredible that experience and journey was. And maybe it has a quote about the places they're going to go. But that's sitting in front of them. And I'm proud of that because that's me and it's what I'm doing.
Now,
Um,
I want to ask you something. Do you, like if I sent you a picture, so just think about what people are looking at right now between the two of us. If I sent you a picture, can you put a picture on the card?
we have it printed and we would put it, it's different for us because our cards are handmade. So it's not, it's not like the services you might have experienced elsewhere where the card itself is printed, um, and the picture becomes. For us, it's three-dimensional. We would print that, probably do some sort of matting on it so that it's kind of stands up on its own as a nice, matted image, more like a something you would frame.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so that's kind of the angle we take.
So talk about your cards because I love that they're all hand done and how you do it.
So our cards are handmade by people, women who create across the US. So think about, your stampers, your paper creators. They're three-dimensional, they're texture. They are very classy. They're not, the cutesy uh, little animals on them kind of thing. Don't go that angle. They're professional looking cards. And so these women, we're purchasing from them. A lot of times when people create, that's just a fun outlet for them, right? So now we're giving them a way to make money from something they love to do anyway. And so
Mm.
our designs are always changing. It's not like you're going to come in and select the perfect card. We work together to say, okay, you want to thank you, and we select that something that feels right for the occasion.
And what about it? I know it's so easy to do things for women, but what about men? What do you do for men?
I love that you said it's easy for women because honestly, yes, men, that's been something we are evolving. A lot of times what I hear is men, and we certainly find gifts for every person brand. It's very personal. Okay. So we want it to reflect your brand and we want it to reflect that theme and that story. Men, a lot of times, as givers, like to give things that are more classic business, like a book or, something. Oh, I don't even know how to describe it, but, very business related. Now, on the receiving side, I'm hearing that's exactly how they like to receive it as well. When we know interests, we've done things sports related. We've done things scotch related. We've had those. I think there were scotch or whiskey ice cube kind of things that we were asked. Yeah, so. We can get as personal as people like with our concierge service.
Nice. And so how do we know, like if it is a man, how do we know what sports? We have to ask them what sports?
Well,
How do we deal with that?
no, you in some cases you would know that. Like when hockey, someone came to us and they knew that the person was very involved with hockey and it was just a very easy thing we could grab onto. In other cases, we make it easy because we actually do something. This is where having something that reflects either the brand or the milestone makes that easy because you don't have to get that deep into, okay, what are their interests?
Yeah,
They're
that's
going
the
to
problem.
like it, right? They're
Mhm.
going to like it because it reflects what they're working on.
Yeah.
Another big attribute is of a good gift is a shared experience. So if you can tell me something about you, and you did that with the Mother's Day gift, if you can
Mhm.
tell me something about an experience you've had together, we can hone in on that.
Okay. That makes it much easier. Much
Mhm.
easier.
Mhm.
So with the clients that you work with, because you've been in business how long?
Going on 4 years,
4 years.
two as the Expressory. Mhm.
And so tell us how you got into this. What?
Yeah. Wow. No, I left corporate world. I left a career in IT, supporting e-commerce online brands. And so I thought I want to do something on my own related to that. The
Mhm.
business I started was just selling handmade greeting cards. And as I worked with my coaches to grow that business, what hit me over the head was that the people showing up and having conversations with me were business owners. And they kept saying, this is great, but you just do it for me. Just you send it. And I was blown away. Like, what is that? And so sure enough, there's the market. And that's what this has evolved to.
Yeah. And every card is handwritten.
It is.
You know, okay, so I'm going to give you an order right now. I want to say thank you to somebody who did something really special for me.
All right.
And so what would be a good gift to send to that person? And it's a woman and and her husband.
And her husband.
Mhm.
So, and can I ask a bit more about?
She's a techie. They're both techie. They're in business together.
And what was it that you worked, like, what was the event?
Oh, she helped me with my funnel.
With your funnel. Okay. So growing your business. Okay. So you could go two angles. There's a fun, when we talk about the growth theme, and if we think in the, outdoor planty, although they're techie, but
yeah, they're not outdoor people like that.
Okay. So I would do something experiential that they can share together. Could do like a movie night theme, thanks for all of your help. All the help provided to me. Let me treat you to a night together kind of thing. And so there's a number of different packages you could put together there. You could take that dinner angle as well. Again, it's going to depend on the budget. This is, where you and I kind of work together on that. But you can see it, reflecting my appreciation for helping what you did in my business. Let me make something easier on you. It would be probably the angle.
Okay. Yeah, I like that. Okay. Growth and doing something special for them because they're very hard workers and they work together. She does a lot of traveling, or used to, like me.
Oh, yeah, nobody's doing a lot of that right now.
Hopefully that's going to come back very soon.
Yeah.
So do you have any final thoughts that you would like to let people know about? And one thing I really love is that we just kind of brainstormed. I wanted to use that as an example for everybody because I know that you offer a brainstorming session for people, correct?
Yes. Yeah. And that's what I would say is, the kind of what we went through, where we usually start with our clients is we want to look at your overall customer journey. And so, what we'll do is we'll give you a link to help you explore your own customer journey. And then if you'd like to have a conversation, we can go through some ideas that would be specific to your brand that would have an impact on the relationships you're developing. And, the whole final thought thing, like, there is no better time to focus on the relationships you have in business, right? It always costs more to get a new client. If you focus, right. If you focused on the database you have today, and especially in the times we are coming through right now, and just show up and tell, let your contacts, let your customers know you see them. Just that simple act will speak volumes and create some of the longest lasting relationships you can hope for in business.
That's all I could ask. And so what I'm going to do is put this link here for you. So it's bit.ly TE journey. So TE stands for the Expressory, and then just put TE journey, and that'll do an appointment with you, right?
Correct.
Okay. All right. So do you have any final thoughts you'd like to share with our audience?
Now is the best opportunity for small businesses. We have spent 3 months kind of locked away from the very thing we crave, which is those relationships, right? Do yourself a favor and make this relationship building a focus in your business. And I think you're going to find you can catch up on the rest of this year.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. And is I've been saying this all along, if you can make an impact now, it will make all the difference in your business in the future, today and in the future.
Right.
To be honest, I've never been so busy. I mean,
Right.
and I'm keeping you busy.
Yes, you are. I love it.
Jamie, thanks so much for being with me. I
Thanks for
appreciate
having me.
you coming. So everyone, I just want to say thank you for being with me today. And I promise to give you a little bit of information that is important. First of all, if you want to be on this show, and I'd love to have you on this show, sign up at the Authors and Speakers Visibility Playground. It's not just for authors and speakers. It's for publishers. It's for editors. It's for anybody. It's for meeting planners. It's for anybody that wants to be a part of that genre, of that world. And the people in there are just amazing because they're so powerful. And as I mentioned to you before, you will be able to be a part of our fees for referral group. So, everybody that you meet provides 3 opportunities for you. And I bet you're wondering right now, what in the heck would that be? Okay. So one would be, it's a client that you can work with. It's your client, somebody that you can do business with. The second one would be a referral client. When you're in a group like we are in the mastermind and the Authors and Speakers Visibility Playground, then we have all these people that we refer to. And what we're going to do is have each person that's a member of the mastermind will take 15 minutes each week and introduce themselves, talk about what it is that they do, just like Jamie just did, and tell people how to refer them. They'll also have a paragraph about themselves. And if they've been on this show, they'll be able to use a link that talks about what it is that they do. Pretty good, right? Yeah, great marketing. And the referral group is free. What more can you ask? And of course, it's free to join the Facebook group too. Now, here's what I want to talk to you about. If you are challenged with your sales and you are struggling, you're really struggling because you think you have to do strategy sessions or something like that, it's so hard. Everybody comes to me and says, strategy sessions are so hard because I'm expected to sell it at that time. And I'm going to share with you how to sell without a strategy session, how to sell authentically without scripts, how to sell from your heart. That's why it's called the Heart-Based Sales course. You learn how to compel people to work with you rather than chasing after them for a sale. And so many people don't want to ask for money. They don't want to feel pushy. They don't want to feel like they're trying to push people into something. They are afraid that they're going to lose friends and family. But this way you never will, I promise. And you will never have any objections either. And you're saying, well, how are you going to do that? Well, it's because you ask the proper questions in the conversation, and then the objections are resolved before people even bother asking about it. And then it's only 3 steps. And the last step is your sale. It's a piece of cake. The last time I did this, I had a group of people, but 8 continued on with me. And those 8 made $308,000 in just 10 weeks. And now it was as a group, but everybody was making money. And this is the same strategy that I use to be at the top of every leaderboard in every company. So if you want to know my secrets, I'm going to teach it to you, and you will be out selling right away, because it's just like me talking to you right now. It's completely authentic. If you have to have scripts, this is not the class for you. But if you want to come from heart and you want to get out of your head and get past the strategy sessions, then this is the class for you. So thanks so much, everyone, for being with me today. I hope you enjoyed the show, and I will see you next Friday with a new guest from the Authors and Speakers Visibility Playground. Thanks so much for being with me. Nice job. Did you enjoy that?
I had a blast. Thank you. Yes. That is